Sup? So I've kind of been contemplating for a long time now on whether or not I really wanted to do unboxing videos. I mean, a friend of mine has been telling me this for about a good 2 years now that I should be doing that. However, when I started getting all these big hauls these past couple of years of like stuff in my collection, getting every Morpher from Power Rangers or really bulking up my Kamen Rider collection, all of that was really done before I started deciding to get back into making content. And when I started getting back into making content, my collection was already about 90% complete, maybe 80. So like all that's really left is just filling in little gaps. But that's kind of why I decided to do it anyways. Since I still have a significant amount of gaps left in my collection, I decided to make like a little series out of it, I guess. I have some rider belts that I'm missing. I want to get Pandora's Box from Kamen Rider Build. I want to get some SMP Megazords of like pre-Zyuranger teams that weren't made into Power Rangers. I still have like at least 6 or 7 Ultraman items that I still want to get. And I still have one set of Lightning Collection figures that I'm missing. In terms of the essential things in my collection, that's pretty much it. And I already have like a small collection of Ranger props, like communicators from different seasons, Dino Gems, Energems, and I plan on getting like the Psycho Ranger cards and the Mega Voyager key cards as well. Like that's kind of a small collection that I want to build up as well. So I figured even though like I have every Morpher and I don't have enough space to display every Zord, I still might as well get some other stuff that I want, Zords included, and I might as well do some unboxings of them. It'll just be like different hauls of random stuff put together, especially if I like get the stuff from Bai. I want to give this series a name, but I can't really think up of a name yet. I might come up with one at the end of the video. I might come up with one after it, like while I'm editing and stuff. I don't know. But I've been doing this introduction way too long. Let me start this off with a small unboxing. So like this is technically the first of 3 like packages that I'm shipping from Bai. But I think after that, I won't be getting much for a while because I'm still far behind on like getting cosplays for conventions and saving up for my Airbnb and stuff. And then some other stuff that's a lot more important than that started to come up recently as well. So I need to focus on some essential stuff first before I get to that. But in terms of how I'm starting this off, it's just 3 things that I got. So it just came in a little like baggy all the way from Japan. First thing I got, the Wolf Zord from Power Rangers Jungle Fury. Now, for those that are like huge Jungle Fury fans and like just avid Power Rangers collectors, you kind of know how the Jungle Fury line was very split on how they made their Zords. Like they made 2 separate lines. One was a deluxe and one was like a smaller transforming version. But the problem was neither one of those 2 were really complete lines. The deluxe line was missing some of the auxiliary Zords and the transforming line was missing the Jungle Master Megazord. But even as a kid, I managed to get every single release of those Zords. I got the deluxe versions, like I even got the Lion, the Chameleon, and the Rhino when they were Disney Store exclusives. And I got every transforming Zord as well. But since neither one of those lines were ever complete, I kind of had to mishmash it. Over time, I just got rid of most of my transforming Zords and I kept all of my deluxe Zords. But after putting it off for quite some time now, I decided to finally get those Zords. Even though they won't really be displayed since I don't have that much space for every Zord, I decided since these were the last 4 that I needed for this line and I just love Jungle Fury, I might as well get it. The Wolf itself, I decided to make a priority because he tends to go for a lot. There's another content creator on YouTube right now that's kind of like having like a Jungle Fury month, just analyzing Jungle Fury and what makes it good. Honestly, this came in just in time because I've been loving his videos that he's been doing on it, and just getting this was long overdue. I'm glad I finally got it. Yeah. Again, of course, there's not really much of a difference since it's just a repaint of yellow and blue, but still a much needed addition. Okay, so this second one is a part of the Mega Voyager. Now listen, for anyone that has like a deluxe Mega Voyager from Power Rangers in Space, they know how fragile that Red Ranger Zord is. What was it, Mega V1? It's it's ridiculous. So when I was getting the last 3 Megazords that I needed from In Space, I decided to just get the Mega Voyager in pieces because it's hard to find like a yellow without broken arms, or blue, black, or pink without them being too yellow. Red especially, it was hard to find him without it being broken. And when I was on Bai, I went ahead and got one for like $8. I'd already bought like a first one or an original one that I was already going to restore with the rest of the Mega Voyager, but I figured I might as well get a spare because I figured worst case scenario, the one that I have might break and I might need to replace it. It did, and I'm glad I got this thing. Problem with this one though is that it is also just very yellow, especially in the legs. And I had already restored the first one and put decals on that one. I know at the end of the day I'm gonna have to do the same thing for this one if I really want a spare, or if I really want one that isn't broken. I'll never understand how this Megazord goes for so much money, yet it breaks so easily. But yeah, that's the least important of these 3. This last thing though is the most important one of this small haul. I actually went ahead and opened it up before I even started recording because I was just too excited to have it. So listen, in terms of morphers that were used in Power Rangers, yes, I technically have them all. All that I'm missing are Solar Morphers and the Rhino Morpher, and I'm not getting versions of those unless they are like screen accurate or 1-to-1 scale. I never had any intentions to get anything before Zyuranger because, you know, it's not Power Rangers. But out of curiosity, there was one team that I had to at least see if I could get it for a decent price. Jetman. I don't know. I had a bunch of excuses as to why I wanted to get this. The main 2 reasons that keep coming up on my head is, one, this season was almost a Power Ranger season before they decided to go on with Zyuranger instead. The other reason is because it's legally available to watch in the States. I don't see why something like that would determine whether or not I get other Sentai changers, but I figured we're able to watch it streaming. I have the DVD. I plan on getting Zords from it. I might as well go through with it. And thankfully, I managed to find this for what's technically a great price for a Sentai that came out before Zyuranger. Here was the kicker though. Very old morphers, especially ones from really anything before O-Ranger, their wrist straps are extremely small. Like for people that have the Wind and Thunder morphers from Ninja Storm, you think those wrist straps are small? These are much worse. Listen, I have an average sized wrist for somebody my age, and this thing cannot fully wrap around my wrist. So something beforehand told me that if I were to get this thing, I would need to see if somebody made larger wrist straps for morphers. And luckily, there is one Etsy seller that does just that. I'll drop his link in the description below. Now let me just put that on there. And there we go. The cross changers from Jetman. Now this is a Sentai changer that I've wanted since I was a kid. Shoot, back when I was like making morphers out of paper and cardboard because I couldn't afford the real ones, these were some of the few Sentai changers that I actually made, like ones that were exclusively in Super Sentai. But shoot, the ones that I made were much larger. I kind of expected this when I first got the Turbo Morpher, but these old Sentai changers, they are extremely small. Hey, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like small wrist-mounted morphers, they complement that forearm nice. All I gotta do now is just clean them up a bit, touch them up, and then take these decals off here to make it look a little more screen accurate. I might even redo that video that I did 8 years ago. Maybe. But that's pretty much it for now. I'm pretty sure these other hauls I'm gonna have for this series is gonna be a little bit bigger, depending on how much they cost. But I just wanted to give this a shot. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you do. Let me know if you want to see more. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. I will catch y'all later.